It is with deep regret that this has to be a general tape on sound, because it is such a very broad subject. To appreciate fully, one has not merely to have evolved, but become close to the Christ consciousness. When dealing with sound in the aura, one of the basic things to look for is how harmonious the sound is, and generally speaking, which is the predominant sound. Where do all these things originate? First, we have to be aware that every single atom has a sound depending on how many electrons it has. And so we already start with the atomic world. The electrons usually have very high velocity sounds, but the ones closest to the nucleus have a different range of sound to the ones further away. The nucleus itself has a lower sound, and basically, when you tune in to the atom itself, you get three sounds that harmonize. But when you open up to the whole world of the atom, you find that the whole thing is a huge illusion, because within the atom itself, if you boost it, there are many, many types of sounds. So we really have to deal with that which predominates at any one time. Otherwise we get bogged down by more and more data, which makes it more and more complex. On the other hand, if we move away from the atomic world and link in to the human being and to various etheric levels around him, we find that all these alter according to the sounds that come from every object in the room, and of course the sounds coming up from the earth, and different sounds coming down from various planets and people and animals and plants. Really, we are surrounded by all sorts of sounds, and as our aura penetrates various structures, it alters their sound. So you can be in harmony with everything around you in a room, or you can be unharmonious. We can see that on the various levels of the etheric, the sounds will be more and more beautiful. And then, when we go right into the spiritual, of course, we get a sound which unifies it all together. In very ancient days, they had sounds which were sung for different centers or chakras. These sounds would boost the centers and make them bigger, and would make the retention properties vibrate more strongly, almost as if one was accelerating the movements inside them. This acceleration made the chakra more vibrant, more alive, eventually producing spots of energies which interacted more with the cosmos, and eventually producing a big center which could drink in more energy. We are all familiar with the sound of our heart, and that is about the only sound we can hear, except of course the sound of gurgles sometimes in the abdomen, or the crunch as our bones sometimes move against each other. But we are not deeply orientated to the sounds of various organs. You can liken various organs to yin and yang, in the sense that the denser organs tend to have slightly lower tones, yang, whereas the lighter textured organs tend to have slightly higher sounds, yin. Different areas of the body, therefore, emit different type sounds. Each little sperm has a little sound of its own, and is attracted to the sound of the ovary. So right from the very beginning of our life, there is this sound attraction.